I thought it was over, but absolutely not. There have been countless more witnesses, supposed witnesses, who were at the Bayside Mall at the time of the Miami Mall alien supposed invasion. And we're going to take a little look into them all today. So the first one comes from Columbus710, who has gone absolutely wild on TikTok. I think the video has over 9 million views. 9 million views, which is... well, that's an insane amount of views. And this is what he had to say about his time at the Miami Mall.
My name is Fitz. I was there at the Bayside Mall with my family, and we all saw exactly what happened. Don't pay attention to a lot of the videos that are out there. I feel like a lot of people are trying to use this for clout. But what happened, we all saw what happened, and it's pretty serious. It's been a few days, and our whole family's processing it, but I think we've kind of accepted that we were a part of this weird experience and moment. So basically what happened was I was there with my brother Brian, my sister and my nephew. We were looking for shoes for my nephew. And then we see a whole crowd of people outside the store, just running out in a direction. So, as soon as we saw it, we were like, oh shit, what's going on? So we immediately ran out with our nephew, and we picked him up and we ran out and we followed the crowd. And then about a few seconds later, as soon as we started running, my nephew, he's autistic, so he was pointing behind us and he was saying blanky, which he'll usually say whenever he feels unsafe or scared. And he was pointing behind us. So me and my brother, we look behind us, and then we see these 3 9-10 foot tall creatures. I'm not gonna say aliens. Everyone keeps saying it's aliens. I'm not saying aliens because I don't know what it was. None of us really knew. All of us stopped in our track. We, a whole bunch of people were pointing at it. There were other people running. There was a crowd. As soon as it made itself more apparent, it looked like it was glitching. Not like a computer pixelation, but like a wavy glitch. And whatever maybe was covering them had, unveiled or whatever. It looked like a glitch, man. It like a weird glitch in the Matrix or whatever. And then you could see it in its full form, all 3 of them. And then, they were all black. You saw eyes, and you could faintly see like lips. But, I was about 20 feet away. Because obviously everybody gave it distance, right? And, they're tall. So we all just looked at them. They were just standing there. And the thing that was a little bit weird, but it was clearly observing us. It was sentient, right? Or whatever. I don't know. But it was aware of us. It looked at us, the whole crowd. And then as soon as it started walking with its big legs, it started almost glitching again, we all ran. My brother immediately said, yo, let's go. He grabbed me by the shoulder. We bolted out of there. And for anyone that's saying, where's the footage? Yeah, I know. I don't have any footage, and I'll explain why. Cause when I saw it, I was in complete fear. It was something that I completely froze, man. I don't care if I sound like a bitch about it. I froze. And I don't care who you are. I feel like when you're seeing something paranormal, it's different than when you're seeing a fight. Yeah, you'll probably want to record that and put it on WorldStar or whatever. When you see something paranormal, that's different. Because your reality, you can't comprehend what you're seeing. A fight, you kind of get it. 2 people are fighting. You can comprehend that. Something like this, none of us could comprehend. Your first instinct is it ain't to take out your phone and start recording. Your first instinct is I've never seen this before. What is this? Is it gonna hurt me or my family? That was my first number 1 priority. So if you don't believe me, I get it. It's fine. It is silly. I'm sure that someone had footage from that night. if you did, please contact me just so like, you know, we actually have it. So anyways, as soon as the creature started moving, we all just jetted out there. We ran out the front doors. And, you know, obviously, like, we see a whole sea of cop cars, mad cop cars, where other ones were coming in. And we ran with our nephew, and then, you know, a cop stopped us. You know, they took us a little to a bit of a safer area behind the cars. And they asked us what we saw. And we told them what we saw. You know, they wrote it down, and they asked everybody to check their phones. Not everybody, because there was mad people like running away too, right? They couldn't get everyone. So I'm wondering if someone's gonna post a video. But yeah, they looked through everyone's phone. I didn't record anything, so I was fine. None of us recorded anything, so we were basically free to go. But in the distance, you could still see, like, you know, I didn't see the beings come out the door, right? But you could see on the side of the building, kind of like that clip that everyone's seeing, that it was slowly walking, and it was like, it wasn't cloaking or glitching or whatever. It was walking. So I don't know if it seemed more like it was an interdimensional thing. Someone's coming into our dimension or whatever, a bunch of them. And I think, you know, that it was just interesting, the police response, because there was a whole bunch of them. This ain't for no teenagers. No, this was for something way bigger. And it almost seemed like the cops had like a already made strategy for it, because they surrounded one of the beings with like all their police cars. They blared it up even louder, because you could hear that it was louder. Maybe as an attempt to like distract it or let it know like, hey, you don't belong here, right? And you know, they were trying to like slowly move alongside with it. But I didn't see anything else after that, because me and my family, we got out of there. We went into our car, we went home. Because, you know, we had our nephew with us, and we went to make sure, like, you know, he was okay. So I'm still kind of like processing everything. Like, it's weird, but at the same time, I'm glad that we weren't alone in seeing it, because like it was a whole bunch of us that saw it. And it feels kind of like, you know, you're part of something like really big. But at the same time, it's confusing, because like you want to kind of like show people. Like, I wish I took a video, man, like, because people are gonna probably think I'm crazy, right? But yeah, I'm left with more questions. Like, we were all kind of left with more questions than anything else. Yeah, I'm not saying that it's aliens. I know everybody's saying it's aliens. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is I saw something come in through like a weird glitchy, maybe a portal or whatever. And it was like they were pretty tall. You could see some facial. They were very dark, like and shiny, but I can't tell if it was like a wet shiny or like a metallic shiny. And yeah, and you know, long limbs. Long limbs, long fingers. They were definitely humanoid in shape, and shadowy. But maybe that shadowiness was like from a glitch or whatever, like whatever cloaking maybe they had like fell off. But yeah, it felt like something was coming into our world or whatever, like a fucking Stranger Things episode. But it was crazy, man. Like,
so that is the account, one of the longer accounts, more detailed accounts that we've had so far, and everything adds up. 3 figures, shadowy, 8 to 10 feet tall, interdimensional holographic style kind of humanoid figures, kind of fading in and out of existence. And what's interesting is that he's not claiming for it to be aliens at all, because he does not have a clue. I mean, if I saw it, I would label it as an alien, but you know, he's clearly trying to go a bit left field with it. But everything adds up. all the accounts that we've heard so far do match the description that we've just heard from this man. So we're gonna listen out and have a little look at another account from a Twitter account that goes by the handle MOAB2597. Let's hear what they've got to say.
It's a pretty intense eyewitness account, supposed eyewitness account. I'm not going to read the entire thing, but I highly recommend that you guys go over there and read it for yourself. I was at the Miami Mall yesterday, and the government is lying. There were no kids fighting. Everyone started panicking because these gray creatures were walking around.
Gray?
Didn't make any noises or sounds, but stared and watched you move. I tried to take a video, but every time I would try to, it would just bug out. They set a perimeter and wouldn't let anybody out or in unless they went through their photos. We were visited by aliens and the government is covering it up.
What?
They were about 6 to 7 feet tall and walked very slowly. They could turn their head around completely and it seemed like they could change forms. Like they didn't have any bones and could bend their body in whatever way. No fingers or feet, just arms and legs.
What?
They could also seemingly teleport. They weren't walking around normally, but instead disappearing and then quickly reappearing somewhere else.
So there it is, another one which completely fits the bill for what everyone else has been saying, and how when they were leaving, if they had any form of footage, the police wanted sight on it and they wanted to know whether you had recorded anything, and they were checking people's phones. So that's the second one, which also adds up. Here's the third, which was probably the creepiest of them all.
We're at Bayside Mall in Miami on New Year's Day, and we saw what really happened.
What happened?
So we were basically just walking around the mall, quiet, normal, and then I saw this, it was like a scaly snake kind of
What?
person. I thought it was a person in the
I
suit.
thought they were all black.
And they had a big hairy chest, but they were coming out of Lane Bryant, so I was like, well, it must be one of the customers or whatever. So I ain't paying no attention. 30 seconds later, we hear a scream. So I saw it. I was at Bayside Marketplace on New Year's Day with my daughter, my 2 grandkids. We were just minding our business, walking in the mall, quiet. Everything was just kind of normal, regular. I don't know if it was 6 feet tall. I mean, 8 feet tall. It might have been like 6, 7 feet. 6.5, 7 feet tall person, I thought, at the time. And they were just all dark. I just kind of glanced.
Okay, so this one's
You can
dark.
see them because they were kind of standing above the rest of the people. And the creature was big, like kind of heavy set with muscles or fat, I don't know. But they were coming out of Lane Bryant, so I ain't thinking nothing about it. And 30 seconds later, like 30 seconds, you can hear, ah, somebody screaming. So we looking around, and then a bunch of people start screaming. A bunch of people start running, and I didn't know what to do.
So there it is, a third account of what people believe to be the aliens at Bayside Mall on the 1st of January. Now, there has been some new footage that has been released of these supposed beings. So I'm just going to play it for you. You guys can decide what you think of it, but here it is.
This man just released the clearest photograph of the creature that was allegedly seen in Miami.
Okay.
Oddly enough, the man said the strange thing about this encounter.
Okay, this...
how in
No, there's no way this is real. No way.
photographs, the creature appears to be transparent, and this matches what other residents have said. One resident said that this creature that was seen suddenly became transparent and appeared see-through, while another said that they tried to follow it, but it suddenly vanished.
So I was just about to wrap up this video, but then I stumbled across this video, which clearly shows that over the radio there has been leaked footage of a cop radio saying creature when they describe what's going on inside the mall. Take a little listen to this. It's going to blow your mind. So, I mean, clearly the one that was cleared up was superimposed. There's no way that that one was real, in my opinion. But the more blurry version, I think that was the clip that we were supposed to kind of see, the photograph that someone supposedly got of this being. Now, do I believe it? I don't know. That could literally be anywhere. It could be a signpost as you're driving past. You know, there's no... All of the footage that we've seen so far has had all of the police cars in shot, which kind of verifies the location that that photo was taken. This one, I'm not 100% convinced, but it has been circulating around the internet. Now, I want to hear your thoughts and opinions on all of this down below. I'm not sure if there's going to be any more footage of this, but if there is, be sure to subscribe, because obviously we're going to be covering it, all of it. As soon as it comes out, we're on it. And while you're down there talking about it all, be sure to jump scared the hell out of that like button. Subscribe if you're new and tickle my little bell so you get notified whenever we upload. And until next time, guys, I hope that you have enjoyed, and we'll speak to you later. Peace.